Hi and welcome to this collective tarot inspiration. This is a collective reading. In the first part of the reading, I will talk about general developments and you as a person in general. And in the second part of the reading, I will tap into a relationship dynamic. So it's you and another person, or you and the external, how we live, how we develop, how we experience our relationships. It doesn't have to be romantic, it can be. And we are trying to gain new perspectives here, maybe find a little bit of inspiration and find maybe some new layers of consciousness that we can unfold so we can develop and grow. So this is my goal here. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm not trying to, predict your future. You yourself are the master, of course, of your life and of your path. And we're going to look at what the cards are suggesting to look at. So I am also working with the symbolism of Western astrology. I don't use it as a predictive tool. I use it as a playful tool to find new, maybe, connections. All right, so let's see what wants to come out today. Ooh, nice. We have a high priestess. I love it. So we are really tuned in, tapped in. We are really in our sixth sense in a way. So the high priestess is really talking about this sixth sense energy. She is the spiritual priestess. She is also a very, let's say, non-judgmental type of energy. She is not really judging. She is just feeling herself through. She is very held back also with her opinion, and she often is seen also as a quiet type of energy who is sensing her way through more than she is really looking at reality. She is looking at the layers within, or the deeper layers of consciousness. So that is a really, really nice one, the High Priestess. And she's also connected to the zodiac sign of Pisces. So if you are maybe inspired or connected to Pisces, that could be talking about you very much. So yeah, High Priestess energy, we are tapped in. We are feeling like we're at the right place at the right time. We are very much like co-creating also with the universe. We feel like we're guided. We feel like we can sense our way through, and we are very, very spiritually aligned with a bigger picture. So what we are coming out of, or what we want to bring into the situation, what we want to develop out of, or what's even maybe having an effect right now, is the Tower. Wow. This combination of cards might be some sort of spiritual epiphany, or really like an enlightenment type of energy where we feel like something has come to our awareness very abruptly, maybe very fast, maybe a little brutal in a sense. And it could be that therefore we're really forced, even, I feel like for some reason I feel this forced energy of having to tap more into our spiritual side. So this is a really intense one with the Tower here that is affecting this high priestess, but it seems like we're coming out of this Tower in the best possible way. So the Tower moment, or maybe abrupt, maybe a surprising, maybe a little bit of a also violent moment of recognition, or of awareness, or of becoming aware. An enlightening moment brought us back to reality in a sense, but at the same time, in the next step, it brings us into this very spiritual self, in an energy that is much more sensing herself through as like a spiritual entity rather than like this human flesh being. So this is intense. This is also two major arcana cards. The major arcana are the trumps. So the trumps of the tarot, so they have more impact in general during a reading. All right, so let's see where we are moving towards. She looks very, for some reason, her facial expression in this deck is very like, there's this annoyance of some sort. I'm not sure why, but it's a very much like this facial expression of an annoyance out of an awareness or out of an inner knowing. I'm not sure if I'm misreading this, but for some reason, I really see this type of annoyed awareness. I'm not sure. Yeah, anyway, okay, let's see where we're moving into. The World card in the reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. This is huge. This is, I would say, big would be an understatement. This is huge. We have 4 major arcana out of 4 cards. There's only 22 major arcana. So we pulled 4 cards out of over 70 cards here. And we have 4 trumps. This is a big, 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 big deal. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. So we're at a moment of fate. We are at a moment of growth. We are at a moment where the universe wants to come in and show us also a way, show us a direction, is rearranging maybe things for us in our favor. This is all the Wheel of Fortune upright. So this is really working for our favor, and we are really tapped in very, very deeply into the bigger spiritual plan. And the bigger spiritual plan here, it seems like, is us realizing that we intuitively can move towards this higher version of ourselves and complete a long, long, long journey here with the World card that's in front of us here in the reverse. Through this really intense moment of understanding that we had here and that we're carrying. So even though we might have felt like we're shaken to the core, this now is the time to really step into this new identity. And we're in this process. With the World card in the reverse, we're not quite there yet. We're not quite there yet. We're at the last step. We're at the last couple of yards. It's like when we run a marathon and it's like the last couple of, we know that we are arriving at the goal, but we see the goal in front of us, but we just haven't walked through it or ran through it. And the Wheel of Fortune is showing us this finishing line. I think it's showing us this direction, this exact, it's really moving us towards where we are supposed to develop and grow and move. So it's really interesting. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune here is very specifically a direction guide, and a very specific one. There is only great cards underneath it as well, so I'm not going to go into all of them, but it seems like this is a big, big moment in time, a big, big fated moment also for you, and you might feel like this is bigger than myself, this is bigger than me, and this is where I really have to come back to my spiritual essence and really try to tap into the signs and all the energies that come towards me and want to help guide me, because this is also, guiding the guardian angels that we have here on this card. So it's very, very intense reading, I have to say. It's very, very intense because we have the Wheel of Fortune and the World card and the Tower. It is an extremely spiritual moment for a lot of people where they really probably feel very, very connected to something bigger than themselves. This is really, I think something has been thrown you out of like a mundane, everyday type of life, and now you're really getting directions from a higher force or a higher source, which is quite impressive here, the way the cards come out. So let's see how this affects relationships maybe. We have you and another person. It is a reading about, you know, all relationships, not just romantic relationships. So whatever energies are of concern for you in the external, whatever relationships are of concern, that's what we want to talk about here. So we already have a card coming out here for our side that is hidden or face down. So we might have also with this tower in connection to this card, and it also came to my crystal here. There is also in relationships something that needs to break open, that might come out of nowhere, that we don't see coming or that we haven't seen coming. And we're maybe still dealing with understanding what's happening here. This other person, ooh, nice. We have a Shaman of Cups. That's beautiful. There's somebody, or we are surrounded by people in general right now who are very grown up and aware and very, very much in control of their feelings, but at the same time very tapped into their feelings. The Shaman of Cups is the King of Cups. So this is a beautiful, beautiful energy. Maybe you are dealing with a water sign. This could be Scorpio, Pisces, or Scorpio, Pisces, or, wow, I'm having a blackout. So it's probably just Scorpio and Pisces. Cancer would be the third one, but it's probably Scorpio or Pisces. If you're dealing with a Scorpio or a Pisces, especially a Pisces, because we have this High Priestess card here, which is also a Pisces card, then this could be resonating with you a lot more than for the others. So the Shaman of Cups is really somebody who is a healer in reality. So you might be dealing with somebody who is very, very grown up when it comes to their emotions, very evolved, very sophisticated, who has gone through a lot, maybe who has even, you know, some healing type of skills, or is maybe some therapeutic type of person, and who can be therapeutic towards us right now. We want to also maybe go look for people who can help us navigate this intense moment here in time, because we now, of course, need people. If we have this really strong spiritual moment here, we want people surrounding us who are sensitive, who are grown emotionally, who are mature, and who know how to handle emotions, and who know how to also react to them and stay stable at the same time. So this is the Shaman of Cups, and this is beautiful in our surroundings. So we can really rely on figures in our surroundings who give off a healing vibe, or like a very stable therapeutic vibe, and we want to kind of look out for that right now. It could be a father figure, of course, it doesn't have to be, but it is most definitely somebody who has gone deep into the trenches of emotional inner life. So let's see what's hidden here. It's interesting. The Temperance in the reverse. Yeah, it is a lot about healing here. A lot about healing. The Temperance in the reverse is really giving us this idea of, or showing us maybe with this Tower moment as well, or this Temperance card has shown us how we need to find more balance when it comes to our fire and our water energy within. So that is the Temperance card here. When it's upright, then we are very much in balance when it comes to our receptive, more feminine side, and when it comes to our more active, more masculine side. When this is in the reverse, we might have not found the right speed, the right solution, the right tempo, the right recipe, how to mix those two energies together and find balance. And this is really an idea that often comes up with healing and with finding the right medicine or solution. And I think we might need in our relationships counterpart or people in general who can help us balance out those emotional ups and downs. So there is for some reason, some extremes happening or have been happening. I feel like they have been happening. It's been, it's more or less in the past, but it's still lingering a little bit. And I feel like we might not fully realize how they're still playing into our current situation, even though the worst is kind of past us, but we might still be healing from it. So there might also there might have been occurrences or just events happening out of the sudden, or a little dramatic, or very intense, that have shaken us up internally, and we might still have to find back to a more calm and balanced sense here. And I think people around us can help us here. And especially, of course, with the Shaman of Cups, people who are emotionally very mature and balanced. So let's see how we are connected to this energy right now. It's kind of, maybe we feel like we have to deal with these things on our own, but we kind of don't have to. So that's what I'm also getting here. The Sun of Discs, okay, yeah. For some reason, and the Strength card. It could be if it's a relationship, it could be that we are feeling like, oh, this is it's really hard to work on something together with a person, or it's really hard to see a more sustainable, more stable, more grounded way as a perspective forward. It's hard to, I feel like it's hard to sense that right now. It's hard to see that right now. But at the same time, there's a lot of strength and a lot of passion involved to move forward when it comes to your relationship, even though a relationship or relationships in general, even though you might not see the full path yet, or you might not see the long-term vision, or it might feel a little hard to really do things step by step so you see results. It could feel like we don't see the results right now. We really don't see the goal in front of us and the results. There's maybe more of an emotional balancing going on right now, and it's not so much about really putting in the effort to build or to continue building or to having all these results. It's more like now about an emotional balancing, an emotional healing. And there's a lot of strength here in combination with other people, where we feel like, okay, yes, we can, even though this was an intense moment, even though this brought me off balance, like for real, even though we might not be sure what to do or what the next step is when we think long term, there is still like this idea of a lot of passion for building relationships and for making relationships happen, and a lot of control still over this intense, very, let's say, instinctive, more animalistic, more dramatic type of energies. So we do have the control over ourselves. We might have been a little off balance here with the Temperance card, but we do in general have the control over these deeper instinctual, like driving forward energy. So it's not like the beast within is gonna go crazy with us. It's more like, you know, we can control the beast and we can also direct the beast, and we know where the beast is supposed to go, even though we might not fully see where the beast is supposed to go in the long term. So this is what I'm getting here very much. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's kind of, I guess, the point, because we have a justice card here, and the justice card is about relationships and is about building this balance in relationships and coming more into a civilized type of interaction with other people. So this is really about building contracts, about having agreements, about negotiating, about finding a compromise, about diplomacy when it comes to our relationships. And this is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So we want to really think about of a more rational approach right now when it comes to relationships. And the most rational approach right now is probably to give yourself time to balance out intense feelings, intense emotions that came up out of maybe tower moments, or moments of sudden realization, or moments of sudden events that were shaking things up, and we still have to come back and stabilize and find our strength in overcoming that, rather than now thinking, what do we have to build long term, and what do we have, where do we have to put the work in right now. We are more trusting the universe right now, that we are guided and that it's guiding us into the right direction. So yeah, this is a wonderful collective reading that we got here. This is very intense when it comes to relationship. It's very intense in general, I think. So yeah, I hope that this is helpful to you, and this is maybe giving you a little bit of support and maybe a new perspective, maybe a little bit of inspiration. So thank you for being here. Please check out my description box. Please also like, subscribe, comment. Of course, comments are always great. If you want to go to my channel and watch this video again, you can of course do that. This is just the live version, and you can watch all these videos, of course, also on my channel, and many more videos that you can find there, and many more readings. So if you are also interested in contacting me for a private reading, of course, that's not for free. Of course, I'm charging, because I am not, you know, there is a lot of free stuff going on here on YouTube, and this is just, I think, the least you can ask for, that when people come to you privately for a reading, that you charge them. So yeah, if you're interested, then of course contact me. You can find everything in the description box, and I hope we will see each other very soon again. And you can also check out all my artistic and musical stuff that I'm doing. I would be so happy if you want to give it a shot and check out my Instagram maybe. And yeah, I hope I'll see you very soon. And until then, have a great day, have a great week, have a great month, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.